Yo, 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 what's going on, you guys? How you doing? You know who this is, the chosen one, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, coming to you guys with an NFL main slate video. I apologize, the video is coming out really late. It's been one hell of a day, man. I had to get up early for that UFC card, NBA all day, NHL all day. Just, so I apologize for the video coming out late, but if you could hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment down below. And there's some incentives. So if we get to 100 likes and 100 comments, I'm going to give away a free 1 month DFS Club subscription. So to qualify, put not a member in your comment with whatever comment you want, and then hit that like button, and you got to be a subscriber. So some incentive for you. And also, if you're so inclined, down below is a little super thanks heart with a thanks next to it. If you want to throw a couple dollars in the tip jar, it's really appreciated. It goes a long way. It helps keeps the channel going, and the lights on, all that good stuff. So, and you get a special shout out in the next video, and you get a special message from myself and Schroeder. So, yeah, guys. So without further ado, let's start the fucking show. All right. So real quick, let's shout out yesterday's super thankses. First up, we got Rick. He says, thanks for keeping on, Sky. The club is the shit best investment I've ever made. Great fam. 9.99 super thanks. Yeah, we killed it in NBA tonight. Had a big win from DFS Space. 2 out of 3 of my DK cashed. 1 out of 3 of my FanDuel cashed. Good day, man. I've won 3 days in a row in NBA, and we're very excited. But thank you so much, Rick, for the 9.99 super thanks. I'm so glad that you are happy and ecstatic to be a part of this DFS club and watching your bankroll go up. You're the real one. That's a very generous donation. Thank you so much, Rick. I really appreciate it, man. 9.99. Let's go. And my man Catcher AD, $1.99 super thanks. Thank you so much, Catcher. You donate every single day, bro. Every little bit helps. It keeps the channel going, keeps the lights on. I really appreciate it. And it gives me this big D energy to keep these videos pumped out. So thank you so much, Catcher. Um, hopefully, hopefully you're getting that bread, sending many takedowns your way, and you are the chosen one. Thank you so much, Catcher. Shout out to the DFS Club. Shout out to the family. Man, great night tonight. I'm going to make this video short, though, because it's late. You guys want to come join the club? You guys want my lineups, ownership, projections, all the tools you'll ever need, top stacks, and we play every single sport. We're $14 a month, for fuck's sake. Stop taking the bus. Start winning, guys. Start winning with us. You got 2 providers in one, DFS Space, myself, Skywalker DFS. You get every single sport, everything. You go to the website, dfsclub.com. You can check out our slideshow here where we got $100,000 winners, $50,000 winners. Click join now. Click on my logo, Skywalker DFS, so I get credit. I appreciate it, guys. And we also cover prize picks, underdog, all that good stuff. The members only podcast is where it's at. That's where we go live 1 hour before lock. We're doing it for NFL right now, for NBA right now. That's when all the news comes in. That's when the final decisions are made. So if you look at our plans, bronze, silver, gold plans, 3-day passes, they're all the same. The only difference is the more you pay up, the more you save. DFSclub.com, man. Stop losing. Stop taking the fucking bus. Start riding in limousines, Armani suits, Rolex watches, the biggest houses on the block, staying in the highest skyscrapers, the biggest suites. Come check us out, guys. We'd love to have you. Come join the winning team. We're approaching 700 members, guys. 700, all winning bread, all making money. It's been a great 2-3 days. Everyone's on high, so don't you dare be sour. Start winning with us. DFS Club and feel the power. Don't miss out, guys. I'm having a great NFL season too. So let's get into the slate. How's that for a 5-minute intro, huh? All right. So let's go to the position optimizer. We got an 11 gamer. So we'll start at quarterback. Off the top, Lamar Jackson has a decent matchup this week. $8,000, the most expensive quarterback on the slate, going up against this Cleveland defense, who's not very good. Lamar also has been kind of mediocre his last three. 18, 16, 15. Listen, something's got to give here. Something's got to give. So you want to be different. Let's see. His ownership right now is it's 11%. So I think he makes a good pivot play. Justin Herbert, the pervert at 7-2's got a juicy matchup against the Seattle defense, which everybody runs up the score on, with the exception of last weekend. They had that 2-game streak before that where they gave up over 100 points in 2 games. So Charger stack looks nice. Justin Herbert, the pervert at 7-2. Seattle's ranked 22nd in the league against quarterbacks. So anytime you see all green here on Draft Dashboard, that's a good thing. Joe Burrow, only at 8% too, 6.9K. Has a beautiful matchup against Atlanta, ranked 23rd in the league against quarterbacks. Coming off a career day, 36 Draftkings points. And maybe this is it. Maybe this is the time where Joe Burrow is the Joe Burrow of last year, right? So everything's right. His receivers are healthy. The team's healthy. So and I guess Atlanta, I almost called them the Atlanta Braves. The Atlanta Falcons, it doesn't get much better than that. But it does. Because we got Dak Prescott at 6.7K going up against Detroit. Coming back, I'm not worried about the time off. This isn't his first rodeo. All I needed was for his fucking finger to heal up, his hand to heal up, and he can rip the ball, and he should be ready to run. We're going to get him at a discount this week at 6.7K. And Detroit is they're second to last. They give up the second most fantasy points to quarterbacks. So I love a Dallas stack. I love Dak Prescott at 6.7K. Tom Brady at 6.3 against Carolina, who's just like everybody's jumping ship in Carolina. So Tom Brady should run up the score on him at 6.3. What's his ownership? 6%. I like that. It's just, man, if you're a Carolina fan, it's rough. But hopefully you guys are going to rebuild. But this week, Tom Brady should go off. Definitely, I would project him to get 20 or more fantasy points. So a Tampa Bay stack looks nice too. You want to take a shot with Geno Smith at 5.6 for value? He's always in play, man, against this Chargers defense. Geno coming off a 13 fantasy point game. Before that, 24, 35, 23. He does it all, man. He'll rush the ball anywhere from 6 to 10 times a game, and he chucks it. So I like Geno Smith at 5.6. If you really want to get cute. You got Jimmy Garoppolo at 5.5. I mean, it's very cheap. It's very cheap. So at this price point against this Kansas City defense, ranked 30th in the league, all you need Jimmy to get is a 20. A 20, and you'd be really happy. So I think he can do it. Jimmy G at 5.5. He also has Christian McCaffrey. Now, I don't know how much they're going to use him. Maybe he gets a couple plays, but Jimmy G could be very sneaky this week, only at 4%. David Mills has the best matchup this week against the Raiders. They're dead last. They have the most fantasy points to quarterbacks in the league, but it's Davis Mills, man. I mean, 5K. I'd rather take a shot. Like if you're really desperate, Jimmy G, hell, even fucking Matt Ryan at 5.4. But I think the sneaky play is going to be Jimmy G this week. And running backs, man, there are a lot of good running backs this week. I'm going to lay off of Christian McCaffrey, though, because he's brand new to the team. So 8.4K. He's only on the field for like 10% of the snaps. He's got to learn the system. So I don't think it'll take long. I think by next game, he'll be good to go. But for now, we'll wait. Austin Eckler looks great, though, at 8.3 against the Seattle defense, man. I was trying to think. So Mike Williams is definitely going to play. Keenan Allen. We don't know if Keenan Allen's going to play yet. If Keenan Allen's out, I don't think the workload on Eckler, I think it just goes up, especially the receptions. He got 16. Count that. 16 targets last week. 24 Draftkings points, 39, 35. He seems like he's the whole Chargers offense right now. And again, against Seattle, love him at 8-3. I love him even more if Keenan Allen is out. But he's a good play either way. Then you got Derrick Henry. The snow has hit the ground, so that's when Derrick Henry goes off. But he's actually been good all year. 8.2K going up against Indy. So I think Tennessee's defense is awful. So I think it should be a competitive game. So Derrick Henry right now at only 14%. Austin Eckler's at 24%. So a nice pivot from Eckler would be Derrick Henry at 8-2. Saquon Barkley at 17% ownership, going up against Jacksonville, ranked 25th in the league against running backs. He's consistently getting 20. Last 4 games, 19, 20, 21, 23. He's 7-9, so you get a little price break there. He's in play. Leonard Fournette at 7-7. They're missing Brait, so they're missing a tight end. So Leonard Fournette might get a couple extra receptions. If you're going to run a Tom Brady stack, I think Fournette counts as a pass catcher because with your quarterbacks, you want to put at least one, if not two, correlate them with your pass catchers. Because if your quarterback's having a good day, or if your pass catcher's having a good day, vice versa, that means the other ones are going to have good days too. Hence, stacking, right? So Leonard Fournette at 7-7 against this Carolina defense should have a field day. Josh Jacobs, cash gameplay. He'll probably be the chalkiest on the slate. 32% ownership. The Raiders are down some receivers. 6.5, and he's too cheap. I mean, they fucked up on his price tag. Houston gives up the most fantasy points to running backs in the league this year. The most. And the way Josh Jacobs has been running this year, I mean, especially the last 2 weeks, 33 and a 38. I think they're going to put the ball in his hands a lot, and he gets a lot of uses this week. So cash games, even the GPPs, you can throw them in there. Just get different elsewhere. I think Ezekiel Elliott is in play at 6K. Right now at 10%. I know what you're thinking. It's a timeshare with Tony Pollard. But when Dak's in the game, Ezekiel's his usage rate, I think I looked at it, I think it goes up by like 70%. So when Dak's in there, Zeke shines. And against this Detroit defense, ranked 31st in the league, right now at only 10% ownership, I think these are ways you get different, man. I project Zeke to get probably 70 rushing yards, probably gets in the end zone. So with Dak, that 70% usage rate that goes up like that, that's crazy numbers. It's a good pivot from Kenneth Walker III, who's 5'8", who's also in play against this Chargers defense. The only thing with him is he's a great runner. Like he runs, he reminds me of another Seattle running back, probably a future Hall of Famer that used to eat Skittles. He just doesn't catch any passes. That's the only downfall with him. Doesn't catch passes. Right now at 25% ownership. 5.8's a good price tag, man. It is. But a good pivot would be Zeke, Kenyon Drake, maybe 5.1K. Now I know Gus Edwards is active, but I don't know how much he'll get. Cleveland's ranked 30th in the league against running backs. I know it's Kenyon Drake. So coming off a week where he had 10 rushes, 2 targets, but he squeaked out 23 fantasy points. Now for 5-1, I think at 15, you'll take it. It's just the matchup so good. The only thing you got to worry about too is Gus Edwards coming in and vulturing some goal line carries, that type of shit. But just like a GPP dart throw, Kenyon Drake at 5-1. Brian Robinson for Washington. They got a new quarterback, 5.5K. This kid's a bell cow back. 17 rushes last week, 12 fantasy points. Right now, no one's on Brian Robinson. Nobody. So it's his backfield. He gets Green Bay this week. They're ranked 22nd in the league against running backs. So I like him at 5.5, especially with no ownership. None. He gets in the end zone twice, man. You're already above the field. So let's go to wide receivers. Devontae Adams, 8.7K, firmly in play against Houston. 30, 23, 14, his last 3. Even though he pushed that cameraman down, he's playing. I thought he'd get suspended or something, but maybe in the future. But this week, he's going to be out there. So with some injuries, no Darren Waller. Devontae Adams looks great this week. Jamar Chase for your Joe Burrow stacks looks great at 8-2. He got open last week, got 35 DraftKings points. The targets are still there. He's going to get the targets. But the Cincinnati team's fully healthy now. So they can't really double, triple team Chase anymore because T. Higgins is wide open. They got to know that. So I still like Chase at 8-2. I like Debo at 7-6. Christian McCaffrey, yeah, he's going to take up the backfield. Debo's just going to be forced to go out and catch some passes, which is fine with me against his Kansas City defense. 7.6K. You can fit him perfectly too with Jimmy G because Jimmy's so cheap. Kansas City, let's go. Debo. Then my sneaky play of the week is going to be Michael Pittman Jr. He gets the best matchup on paper against Tennessee. They're ranked dead last in the league, so they give up the most fantasy points to wideouts out of any team in the league. Michael Pittman 7-4. Right now, he's only at 6% ownership. I know the Colts are ass, but they're all fully healthy now. So, dare I say a Colts stack's in play. Even if you want to throw Captain America, Matt Ryan out there at cheap price too. I love this Pittman play because nobody's going to be on him. Nobody. And for your Tampa Bay stacks, you got Mike Evans at 6.9K. I don't need to tell you about him. You got Chris Godwin at 6.3K. He's a slot receiver, but he's got size for a slot receiver, man. You can roster both. Maybe you go with a little bit of savings and go Godwin with that Tampa stack. CD Lamb for those Dallas stacks, man. CD's too cheap at 6.8. I mean, what are they doing here with Dak Prescott back? Roll him out there. I'm sure Dallas is going to be very popular. Right now, he's at 25% ownership. I think that might be the most. So, T. Higgins, 6.4K. If Chase is going to be shut down, then it's going to be T. Higgins time. He's fully healthy. He's good to go. And when he's fully healthy and good to go, he gets double-digit targets, just like Jamar Chase. Let's see here. Lots of good wide receivers this week. Alan Lazard, I like him at 6.1K, only at 4% right now. He's been the man in Green Bay. 18, 14, 21, 15. 4 games in a row, double-digit fantasy points plus. He's looked great against Washington, ranked 30th in the league against wide receivers. Love Lazard this week, and I'm glad to say I have him in my season-long fantasy teams, man. Amari Cooper is a one-off. It's a GPP play. It's against Baltimore. That's why. It's the matchup. And he's gotten a 14 and a 21 in his last 2. And he's been targeted 12 times in both of his last 2 games. So the targets are there. Amari Cooper, Cleveland's going to have to chuck the ball to keep up with Baltimore. And that Baltimore defense is not good anymore. Brandon Cooks, 6K looks decent. He's not the most consistent guy out there. I put him on my bench this week. We'll see if it comes back to bite me in the ass. But as a one-off for 6K, looks okay. Even Brandon Ayuk, cheap, 6K, 11 targets last week, 28 DraftKings points. Not the most consistent guy either, but right now he's only at 5%. If everyone's going to go Debo and it's Ayuk time, you're already ahead of the field. So if you're going to do a full-blown San Francisco stack, you can easily fit Ayuk, Debo with Jimmy G. I'm tempted, man. I'm really tempted. We'll see tomorrow. When we get to that members only podcast, we'll see if I pull the trigger. I love Alec Pierce. Indiana, 4.6K, way too cheap. This kid consistent, 6, 9, 7 targets in his last 3. Double-digit fantasy points in his last 3. 14, 16, 12. Give me some Alec Pierce at only 4.6K. What are they doing? Donovan's Peoples-Jones. Sound like a damn miniseries, but he's going to be out there. He's only 4.1K. He's been pretty consistent. 12, 9, 12 in his last 3. 5, 7, 9 targets. So, again, I think Cleveland's going to have to air it out. Him, Amari Cooper, let's go. Paris Campbell, GBP dart throw. 11 targets last week, 19 fantasy points. Not the most consistent guy either. But you got to be different, guys. If you guys are playing these milli makers, you got to be different. It could be the 3.9K Paris Campbell's is out there that get you there. Right now at only 2%. The more and more I think about it, I mean, the sneaky stacks this week, I think for low ownership is going to be Indy and San Francisco. Indy is my sneakiest stack of the slate. Mike Williams at 7-2. I like him better if he's the lone man out there. We'll see. We'll see. Because that's a hefty price tag. It is against Seattle. I get it. But not been the most consistent. And his targets, only 6 targets last week, 4 DraftKings points. It just pissed me off. It was a tough matchup, though. It was. But before that, 26, 22, 9, 18. So I like him at 7-2. DK Metcalf, I'd say only if Lockett is out. Lockett's questionable. Lockett says he's going to play. So if that's the case, just give me Lockett for cheaper. Metcalf is 6'6". Lockett's only 5'8". Healthy Lockett, 30, 14, 17, 23. I mean, that's top tier fantasy points. So for 5.8K, if Lockett's going to be out there against this Chargers defense, get him in there, guys. Geno Smith loves him. And if you really want to get cute, Wan'Dale Robinson. I think they're giving him a shot now. They're going to ease him in. I think he's learning this offense. He's going to look even better this week. 2% ownership. He's only 4.5K. He got 4 targets last week, got 13 fantasy points. We'll see what he looks like in his second week with this Giants offense. But I like the kid. A lot of hype behind him. He should be a future stud in the league. 4.5K. It's a milli maker like GPP type of dart throw. One off. At best. Because you're going to get him now cheap. But once Wan'Dale Robinson gets, becomes one of the premier wide receivers in the league, you're going to be hating yourself for not playing him in that 4K range. And then tight ends, lots of tight ends this week to play. Kelsey, 8K against San Francisco. It's Kelsey. He's matchup proof. Mark Andrews is going to play. 7.4K against Cleveland. If you're playing Lamar Jackson, I would just pair him up with Mark Andrews. George Kittle, 5.3K. 10 targets last week. So that was nice to see that, he's back in the fold. So I say Kansas City's ranked 22nd in the league against tight ends. Again, the San Francisco stack looks pretty good. We got Gerald Everett, who on paper has the best matchup this week. Seattle's ranked 32nd in the league against tight ends. Gerald Everett's only 4K. I'll like him a lot more if brain fart. I almost said Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler's in. You guys don't the wide receiver, damn it. I like him better if he's out, but I still like him anyway. I mean, because Seattle leaves tight ends wide open. Hayden Hurst, 3.5K against Atlanta, 28th in the league against tight ends. Hayden Hurst, 7%. Gerald Everett, 8%. I mean, no difference there, but both are firmly in play. I think this is a week where in your utility spot, I think you put a tight end in there. There's so much value at tight end this week. You go Greg Dulcich. He's rocking that 70s porn mustache. He looks great. The hair's flowing out there. Listen, he's bare fucking minimal, 2.5K. I know there's going to be no Russell Wilson, but that could be a blessing. Could be. I'm going to take a shot at bare minimal. He got 3 targets last week. Clear cut, tight end 1 for this Broncos team. 12 fantasy points. He gets open. And when he gets open, man, look out. Dulcich is going to be running down the field at 2.5. Dalton Schultz with Dak Prescott back? Absolutely. It's a safety blanket. Right now at 7%, 3.6 is way too cheap for Dalton Schultz. Evan Ingram, revenge game, 3.3K. Looks pretty good. I love the price tag. 6 and 10 targets in his last 2. Evan Ingram is back. So, again, revenge narrative. I like him at 3.3. Noah Fant also, tight end 2. But hell, he got 7 targets last week. He got 5 before that, 11 and 8 fantasy points. So, again, We'll see if the Chargers wide receivers are fully healthy. Keenan Allen. There we fucking go. There we go. If Keenan Allen is out, damn, I can't believe I forgot Keenan Allen's name. My God. It's been a long day. Raiders. So Foster Monroe should be the tight end one with no Darren Waller. He's only 2.8. It's risky, but definitely worth a look. You got Cade Otton. No Cameron Brate. So he should be Tom Brady's number one tight end option at 8% right now. He's only 2.7K. Like, it's definitely a week where you put a tight end in your utilities just so you can pay up at wide receiver, running back, and quarterback. Kyle Granson's bare minimal. I don't know why. 8, 3, and 10 fantasy points. 4, 3, 4. He's going to get targeted every single game, and he doesn't dud. Kyle Granson's always been my go-to, but I love the bare minimal price here. Tennessee's ranked 24th in the league against tight ends. I know Mo Ali Cox is out there. He had one good week, but Kyle Granson consistently gets targets. 2% ownership right now. So love him as a punt play at 2.5. And then defenses, you already know. I'll give you a couple, but don't pay up. Don't pay all the way up. I thought I checked a couple. I guess I didn't. Let's see. What's the most I'll go up here? I like the Jets defense is probably the most I go, 2.6K. Against Denver, again, no Russell Wilson. The Jets defense has been solid too. That's actually a good price tag. I might just go all Jets defense, but it looks like, what, 17%? Looks like that's where everybody's going. Chalk defenses normally bust. Let's see here. I'm tempted to go Texans because Derek Carr throws a lot of picks, gets sacked a lot. You can go with the Giants, D. You're getting them cheap, but it's against Kansas City. I probably wouldn't do that. So just give me the chalky Jets at 2.6. Why the hell not? Because I'm not paying all the way up a defense. I never do. It's a waste of salary, guys. And you just got to get lucky with like a pick six or something like that. So it can happen with any defense. That's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much. My sneaky stack is going to be Indy. Cash stack, it looks like it's going to be Dallas. Joe Burrow stack looks nice. Justin Herbert stack looks nice. Jimmy G. And then my sneaky is Indy. So let's go. Let's get this fucking bread, guys. DFSclub.com. Come check us out, man. We're the cheapest in the business. Guaranteed, hands down. NBA, NHL, NFL, college football. It's just everything. Soccer, tennis. We're playing everything, guys. Stop missing out on this stuff. DFSclub.com would be the best investment you've ever made. Click join now. Click my logo. Pick your plan and you're in. Make sure you click my logo so I get credit. And we'll get you right in, guys. What else? Oh, yeah. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Duh. Leave me a comment down below because if you're not a member, we get 100 comments and 100 likes. I'm giving away a free 1-month DFS Club membership. So put not a member, comment anything, and I'll get you in that free drawing. And if you want to throw a couple dollars in the tip jar to help out the channel, keep the lights on, keep the channel going, I really appreciate it, guys. You get a special shout out in the next video and a special message from Schroeder and I. Schroeder, I don't blame him. He's taking the night off. I thought about doing it, but I'm like, you know what? Bullshit. We're going to slay this fucker. And I know you guys look forward to these NFL videos. So I know NBA's here. It's exciting. We're winning. I'm on a 3-day winning streak, but I've won so much money in NFL this year. Why would I stop playing NFL? It's worth getting up for. So thank you so much. I love you. God bless you guys. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody. Check out the Skywalker DFS show. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.